didn't say anything negative.
Yeah, he didn't.
I was just simply saying he referred to you as the girl from Israel so that the audience would know who it was, because we have 5.
Then you haven't read the other comments, but it's okay.
Yeah, but that's
was he the one that left those comments?
I didn't say that he was, but I'm saying other ones in there.
Well, I mean, he didn't say anything negative about you in particular. And I didn't either, so I don't know why you tried to single me out. Is it?
You gone too?
What was that?
All right, like 5 minutes left. She can't even.
I guess.
Right.
I guess she.
She's gone. She
Y'all
say earlier too. It's like.
Yo! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my god, bro.
I hope y'all have a great night. I think this is where we sign off.
It's like you guys think I'm kidding around when I say this. When we first started this podcast and girls will act crazy and we told them to get out, they'd be acting all wild, like, oh, I'm not leaving, blah, blah, blah. When you have a chick here, bro, they start complying.
Icy's ready to go.
Yeah, you can get punched. You know what I mean? So start complying.
Icy's ready to go.
Yeah, you can get punched. You know what I mean?
She's like, I'm gonna record you. Icy's like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fresh, how many times I done jumped up trying to be like, yo, like, why? Why are you doing this? I told her from the beginning, my nigga, like, if you keep with the side conversation shit, we're gonna kick you the fuck out. Why are you here?
And you know what's funny? Icy gave her a briefing.
Whoa, Vicky twins. They literally sound like they have the IQ of a slow bro from Pokemon. How slow y'all be talking, LMAO. Y'all, that's a comment of the night.
Oh, okay. She's mature, guys.
I hurt her feelings, man. She's walking off.
Peace.
All right.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
We got her stuff and everything else like that. Yeah, get on the kick out cam.
She's already gone.
Yeah, she out.
That's a kick out cam?
Yeah, we got one.
Man. I didn't know y'all had one of those.
We gotta take the heat, I guess.
Yeah, we're down too.
And she really got mad and.
This is absolutely disgusting.
They invite these girls on the podcast. Now, yes, I will admit, a lot of the girls, not a lot, some of the girls that go on the podcast, or maybe a lot, I don't know, I don't watch every episode, they don't know how to behave either. They're very all over the place. But Myron knows who he's bringing on, or at least Fresh knows. Whoever's vetting these girls, I'm assuming Myron must have some understanding of who's going on there. I say Myron because he looks like he's steering that ship. Fresh is just there for the ride, based on what I can see. Maybe I'm wrong. If that isn't the case, then it doesn't matter anyway. Like, Fresh should be vetting these girls as well. They have these crazy girls come on. They rile up these crazy girls with their dismissive nature, or being rude, or like just the way the conversations go. It's not handled in a way where anything constructive is going to come from it. And then they hire a girl to deal with girls who might get a little bit rowdy. I don't understand the Fresh and Fit podcast. I really don't get it. It doesn't feel like they're there to like even educate these girls. But I want to show you this next part so that you can see what exactly went down.
I just don't understand how they're allowed to get away with this.
I'm gonna fuck her ass.
Oh shit! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Fuck that hoe, bro! What the fuck? Fucking move! Get off me! Bro, fucking move! She put her hands on us. You fucking weird ass hoe. No, yeah, Sharmuta, fucking Zionist bitch. Get your fucking Jewish ass out, hoe. Wait, fuck my phone, bitch. Let me get my phone. I need my phone. She should have put her hands on Icy like that. For no reason. Let me get my phone, bro.
Where your phone at?
Right there recording.
First day back. Fucking bitch.
Stupid.
Shamuta, I'm gonna fuck her ass. Fuck out. Fuck out. Shit. Fuck out of here. Oh shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Bitch. Fuck with me. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Fuck that hoe, bro. What the fuck? Get off me. She put her hand on her. Fucking weird ass hoe. Yeah, Sharmuta, fucking Zionist bitch. Get your fucking Jewish ass out, hoe. Fuck my phone, bitch. shouldn't put her in my ice like that. For no reason. Look at my phone, bro.
Where your phone at? It's right there recording.
Thursday back. Fucking bitch. I don't know what the fuck she got.
Yo,
Bro,
stop.
she really tried to hit me. How
Yo.
the fuck we died?
I see. Mo. Talk to chill. I think Jim will chill. But I was looking, she hit him first. Yeah, it's fun. It's not cool, but I mean, yeah.
She's not like that.
I just like. Yeah, I get it.
Where's my stuff?
She's here.
All right, ladies. We're gonna be grabbing your phone, your purses. Any ladies who has.
Get off me. That's
Whoa.
She put her hands on us.
Wow.
Weird ass hoe. No. Yeah, Sharmuta, fucking Zionist bitch.
Okay.
Shut your fucking Jewish ass out, hoe.
So did the guest hit the worker first?
It looked like
'Cause
the
that's what
Israeli girl was looking for a fight as well.
That's what I'm saying, because if somebody comes and attacks you, then there's no issue with you hitting back. Do you know what I'm saying? I thought the worker was just outright just hitting these girls that gave a little bit of attitude. That's where I was like, that's wrong. But if she's come up to her first, got in her face or tried to hit her, then she deserved it.
No, I don't know if she tried to hit her, but she did get in her face. It looked like I mean, obviously, I watched that full podcast. Obviously, the girls were getting wound up again. I mean, that's how it goes on the Fresh and Fit podcast, right? They bring girls on there. Now, those girls were making fair points in that podcast. We're going to cover that episode a little bit later on. We'll do this clip separately, but they were making fair points in there. Myron was being very dismissive of it again, and we're going to cover that because this was one of the most clear cases of like blatant hypocrisy. But we'll get to that in another video. But it's just that I don't see this on any other podcast. Like Myron has said multiple times, we bring these like educated women on, career women to discuss these topics. I watch Fresh and Fit. I don't see this shit anywhere. Having a master's or a bachelor's does not make you a career woman or even educated. Most people can get through school. You just got to pay attention enough. Most people can acquire these things. It doesn't mean that they're well-mannered, that they're educated, that they're career women. Like I watched the Fresh and Fit podcast. It's majority OnlyFans models, majority girls that look cracked out of their heads, majority girls that are just there to party. Now, that Israeli girl, she did make fair points on the podcast. I don't know why she jumped to get in Icy's face, but Icy is there, as Myron said on the previous episode, as an enforcer. I don't really know if you should be running a podcast where you have to have an enforcer to potentially batter other girls that step out of line. To even get to the point where you have to batter a girl or have to, they get so riled up now. I guess that there was an episode where a girl pulled out a gun.
This is the issue. It's a podcast. It's a place where you go to talk about a difference of opinions. It shouldn't result in people literally arguing, fighting, or taking it to extremes. Just because your opinions don't align doesn't mean you need to start getting to this level. It's ridiculous.
The thing that I told like the Fresh and Fit defenders is that like there's so many podcasts out there, right? So many successful ones that have guests on from all walks of life. But Fresh and Fit seems to be the common denominator where things go south very quickly. Also, like I just want to add, who is the idiot that posted the video of the fight breaking out? Like the first angle where Chris is there and you can see them in the back, you can see hands getting thrown. I get that because Chris probably was unaware and he just cut the live stream or whatever. But the other video that was facing down, like the webcam, why would you post that?
I just find it really concerning that somebody was sleeping through that whole thing.
That is was she asleep? How did she sleep through that? Icy was so loud, shouting Zionist this and whatever else she was saying. I don't know if she was speaking like Spanish or something, but I don't know how that girl was sleeping through it or what she had taken to be knocked out.
Concerning, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to assume, maybe she had a heavy night and she didn't hear nothing. But I just want to know who the clown was that posted that stuff online for everyone to see. I mean, it's just continuous. Like, it's one after the other. First, a girl pulls a gun on the podcast. Girls have gotten in Myron's face. Then the Israeli girl gets in Icy's face, the employee. Myron says, girls get funny about it, I sees her because he knows that like obviously they do wind these girls up. I mean,
Yeah, he wants to get these kind of reactions out there.
It gets more clicks, but it will get to the point, and I don't want them to get banned off YouTube. I'm not pushing for Fresh and Fit's ban, but it will get to the point where YouTube's going to be like, we can't have this content on there, and it's fine because they're on Rumble and they're highly successful, so they're not going to like disappear. But like maybe just vet your guests a little better, or maybe just listen to the guests a little better as well, because we're going to cover a point in that video later on. And I think that Myron was being incredibly hypocritical. And I'm going to explain my stance on that. And I can understand why somebody would get wound up. Because you're trying to have a conversation with somebody and everything is cap, no, or a complete dismissal. And then you're reading super chats where these people are just being insulting of the women. Just insulting them constantly. It's just like, I don't know why girls go on this podcast anymore other than maybe they just want to grow their
That's the
OnlyFans.
issue. I don't know why people are actually still going on there.
Yeah, like if you want to grow your OnlyFans, then I guess, I mean, guys, there's plenty of simps that are watching Fresh and Fit. They're gonna go on there and subscribe. I have no doubt, but I don't know, man. Like I can't put all the blame on Fresh and Fit. Like these educated women, they must have seen this podcast. They see what goes down in there. They see how dismissive Myron is, and not just Myron. I want to point out Fresh as well. Fresh just makes snarky comments throughout the entire podcast. Snarky comments. A girl will say, they said to one girl, they asked her about a relationship, and she was like, we just grew apart, it didn't work out. Sometimes people break up because they did grow apart. It's not because somebody was cheating or it's because somebody had done something. Sometimes you grow apart and you stay cool with each other. Fresh was like, no, code 4, they're sleeping together.
Status single, relationship.
Recently single.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
So is she in Miami?
Wait, what happened? Who broke up with who?
I broke up with him.
Why?
It's a long story, but like we're still friends. We're on good terms.
They still fucking.
Okay.
No, we're still good friends.
AKA.
This guy is
Okay.
fresh. All right.
All right, cool.
So question, why did you break up with your ex then?
He was putting her in danger, and it.
Okay, that's not true. No. No, we
You grew apart.
we grew apart. Yeah, like I said,
City boys, we up?
we're still on good terms. We're still friends. We were together for 4 years, and we lived together for 3, and it just didn't work out, to keep it light. There's a lot of things it was a lot of different things, I guess, just to keep it light. We got together when I was younger, and now my mindset has changed on what I'm looking for, and I guess that's kind of where I'm at.
So I have
They grew
But
apart.
I still have a lot of love for him in my heart. It's not that I don't care about him. It's just it didn't work out, and that's fine.
Translation, I lapped him in certain aspects of life that I prioritized that he no longer prioritized at the beginning of the relationship, and I don't see a future with him because my future is brighter than what he can offer.
Boom.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm just like, sorry, bro, do you have a crystal ball? Do you know exactly what's going on? He just says what is going to get the most clicks and what sounds most funny. Yeah, maybe there are a lot of couples that break up and they still sleep together. That does happen. But you're on a podcast talking about your individual experience. If everything the girls say is just cap, what is the point in talking to them? Even down like because they make fair points on there where some of the girls make really stupid statements, and Myron and Fresh have to correct them. Mostly Myron, because Fresh I don't know what Fresh is doing there personally. I don't know if he does something off the camera, but on camera he's not really doing much. But then some of the girls will make fair points and they're completely dismissive, or some of the girls will talk about their own personal circumstance, and if their personal circumstance doesn't line up with what Myron believes or Fresh believes, they'll just be insulting towards them. So I don't actually even understand why they're having the conversation. Fresh isn't psychic. He doesn't know these girls. He doesn't know them personally. You can break up with people, for example, and it just be mutual and you not sleep together and you just be cool. It's not for she's capping code, she's still sucking him off. It's like, bro, it's just childish. Anyway, we're gonna do a part 2 to this because I want you to see what they were arguing over in the beginning, because it was one of the most blatant forms of hypocrisy that I've seen on there in a while. Anyway, stay tuned for part 2.